Dude, to be honest, like me and the guys that I wing with, we laugh at guys who go direct. We're just like, what are you doing? You're such a bitch. You're such a pussy. Because the best thing to do is to go indirect but be super sexual. That's masculine. If you go direct, anybody can go, like right now, hey, go direct on that girl. The dude's in the military, he'll be able to like come up with a direct line and go direct. He'll muscle through it, right? I mean, if I'm like, hey, go direct on that girl, right? You'll be like, all right, I'll do it. So let's crush this, okay? The biggest pussies that I've ever met, game direct. Why do you guys think I feel that way?
Because they don't know how to convey sexuality otherwise.
Let's go like this. Because they don't know anything else. Period. Right? I saw a couple funny posts on RSD Nation last night. And I was like, either you're homosexual or you're a virgin. Which I'm okay with either, I guess, right? But it's so easy for me to give you guys a direct line. Like, do you understand? Almost no pickup coach would ever have the balls to come up here and do 2 hours to 3 to 4 hours of theory 3 days a week. You guys understand that? Why do you think that is? Larry, what do you think? Like when I do my own boot camps, I do like 4 hours of theory during the day before we go out at night. Because I can't handle guys going out with no theory. I don't want to be in Q bar with loud music and not tell you how to properly do it. Right? You know what I want to get rid of all of your guys' head for this week especially is this retarded concept of self-entitlement. Okay? Because if you're entitled to something, guess what you have? Take a wild guess. Anybody? Super simple. You have that thing. Right? If you're entitled to something, then you should have it. If you're not entitled to it, you don't have it. So you imagining that you're entitled to something is completely fake. It's basically a facade. Do you understand? The only way that I ever got confidence with women is to do what? What do you think? Yeah, but guess how many?
A lot.
Dude, I fucked 100 girls, and I was like, that's cool, but I feel zero difference than when I fucked 0 girls. I didn't feel any different. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a little bit better than masturbating, but I didn't feel that different, right? Okay, so the entitlement thing, right? Why is it bad to feel entitlement? Yeah, what's going to happen if you feel entitled at your job, right? What do you do for work?
Sell cars.
You sell like used cars or what?
New cars.
What kind of cars?
We have Volkswagens and Hondas.
Okay, that's interesting. So like, what happens if you're entitled about selling cars and you have actually never sold a car? What's going to happen to you?
You'll just be really cocky and never close.
Yeah, you'll just never close. It's not like you're going to be, it's a lot better than being somebody who is insecure to the point where they don't do anything. But you'll just be so cocky you just won't close. Right? You'll be another PUA who just happens to be selling cars. Right? You see it all the time. You see guys who are full of this entitlement, but they're not actually doing anything to really properly get the girls. You guys understand? Any girl that you open, that you friend zone, you can still fuck that girl. The girl that I just stirred the pot with, I've opened her months ago. But if I'm doing your phone, if I'm doing that a lot though, who gives a shit if I fuck her within the first couple weeks or 6 months? If I'm doing that with every girl that I meet, do you guys understand that? Right? A lot of guys think social circle game takes so much time. It doesn't, because you meet a kiosk worker. You meet a, you remember Dave? He's Mr. like kiosk opener. I feel like every girl he fucking opens is a kiosk worker, right? Well, I go through the mall and I'm not even gaming. I open every kiosk worker. Because she's got red hair. I'm fucking, haha, very funny, nice red hair. Fucking doofus. And I'm making fun of this one, and I'm talking to this one, and talking to that one, right? And then guess what happens the second time I go to the mall?
They're talking to you.
Half of them literally open me. And the other half, I'm still being a retard on. Right? So I build it up again, right? Then the next time I go to the mall, what happens? Even more open me, right? So what happens to the peripheral girls, the girls that are around those girls?
They start seeing like you're like the main guy.
Yeah, they're like, why the fuck is this the HNIC? You know what HNIC means?
Head nigga in charge.
What is it?
Head nigga in charge.
Head nigga in charge. They're like, why is this random dude walking through the mall being the head nigga in charge? Right? Because I went through the mall 3 times? I didn't do anything special. It's silly. The whole point of game is being the HNIC, right? You're like the only black guy ever had in games or in this room, so it's kind of funny, right? Why is it to be the HNIC? What's so important with that? What do you think?
Come-based status.
Yeah, but like I will wreck my status to get pussy, and I do it regularly. So status is great, but it doesn't equal pussy.
Like, all the women think, yeah, what does this guy have?
Exactly, period. Don't even continue. What the fuck does that guy have? I have almost nothing. I got nothing. I got a couple jokes. I'm kind of a prick. I'm willing to do some weird shit. I don't got a lot. Right? But I make a lot of girls wonder, what the fuck does he have? That's better than having a bunch of shit. You understand? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So making girls wonder, what the fuck do you have? Period. That is the name of the game. Do you understand? So you bring these girls out tonight. Okay? How do you act? So let's start at the beginning. How do you act around these girls that you bring out tonight? And the guys that were gone yesterday. I think you're the one gone yesterday?
Yeah.
Anybody else? Cool. So you, okay, you'll catch up very simply, right? So you bring some girls tonight. What's the way that you act around them to make it go effectively? Now that we don't have Rob here, we can actually get through the whole topic. What do you guys think? How do you act around the girls that you, let's say you don't bring 10, but you bring 5 out. How do you act around them?
You're gonna have fun like normally would, spread the fun with everybody.
What does that mean literally though? Because that's true, but that doesn't really mean anything, right? Spread the fun, what does that mean? Like, if I spread the fun, I'm thinking like I'm gonna nut on a bunch of girls. Like, what do you mean spread the fun? What are you spreading? You know, how do you spread the fun? If I single out one girl and I'm like, hey, can you help me find a girl I'm attracted to? Because, you know, this just isn't working. That's a great way to try to fuck that girl. But if you look at all of the girls and you're like, hey, you know what? If they're brown, I'm down. They're a minority, they're my priority. They like them white and bright. Bitch, I'm just right. Let's do it. Hey, my dick's 3 inches around. Ha 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 ha. But while they're laughing and laughing, I'm like, no, seriously, you got to find me a girl because I'm super shy. Do it. You get it? Right? Whereas if I single out one and I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. You know what? Hey, you're brown, I'm down. The point is this. You don't single out one girl. If you single out one girl, what does that immediately mean?
You like her.
You like her, right? And then you'll do what? You're trying to pursue her, right? Okay. If you don't single out one girl, what does that mean?
You're not paying attention to her, she's just another girl.
Right? I'm intentionally making this simplistic, right? If you don't single out one girl, you're intentionally friend zoning all of them. Like, that's it. You guys understand that? Real hot girls don't respond well to kino escalation, period. They just don't. Right? Like 6s and 7s, they love the kino. They love the touching. They love the whole thing that you... Literally, the hotter the girl, the less PUA tactics and touching is going to work, period. That being said, I fucked a lot of girls and been happy with girls that aren't that hot. Right? So, I go to Chicago and I teach a boot camp. I'm not going to teach a boot camp at Underground or Studio Paris or Cuvée. I'm going to go to fucking John Barleycorn. We're going to grope the shit out of a bunch of girls and we're all going to get laid. And then the second the boot camp's over, I'm going to Underground and I'm going to sit on a chair. I'm going to cross my legs, cross my arms, and go like this to every girl. Right? Like literally, that's my opener in a place like Underground. Right? I'm going to pretend to asphyxiate myself and masturbate. Like how stupid is that? Right? But why is that better than going up to her and talking to her and then kino escalating? What do you think?
She deals with that all the time.
Yeah, every dude is trying to either do what? Catcall or do the reach and grab, the PUA reach and grab, the grab of the arm. You grab that Brazilian chick with the arm by the arm, she's gonna go, what the fuck? Like that's literally what she's gonna do, right? She knew she was hot. The fact that she knew she was hot and she was at the terrace, that's what made her so sexy. You have she had a $12,000 boob job. And she was at the terrace of Omnia? What the fuck? She's not gonna respond to let me grab your arm and pull you in with the hand of God. It's not gonna work on a girl like that, right? So what else could you do with a girl like that? What do you think? And here's the thing, if there's a bunch of those girls, then go ahead and do a bunch of direct opens. But there aren't, right? So what would you do? How could you open? I mean, you did open them, right? And how'd it go?
It's going good.
And what'd you do?
How did it open though?
Yeah.
I was asking them who's getting married.
Like off the bat, right?
Yeah, off the bat.
Yeah, you were asking a bunch of girls who's getting married,
Yeah,
right?
that's the opener I was working like amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right after
So why is that funny?
it's like a role play. Like if they're not getting married, they're like, oh, she's getting married. I'm like, oh, so where's the ring? How big is the ring? It's like, it's playful, but it's not sexual or anything. It's just like, oh, this guy's adding more fun.
I mean, it's surprisingly sexual though, right? I mean, who's getting married? Right? It's like, who's gonna fuck one dick for the rest of their life? It's a bit sexual, right? But it's sexual without you coming off sexual, right? Who's getting married? That's a great opener. Especially if the girl's super hot and they're not getting married. If the girl's average looking and she's getting married, she's gonna go, oh, that girl's getting married. And it's not gonna work, right? But the girl's that super cute Brazilian girl, she's gonna go, haha, none of us. And that's all she's gonna give you, right? How else could you have opened that girl?
Observation, and then like make a crass observation.
Like what?
About something. Like point at some other girl and say her ass is too big.
Okay.
Something like that.
So what would happen if you say her ass is too big?
She would probably just giggle or something, or look at the direction and make like a little statement. Nothing probably wouldn't give too much, but it would be like I would get her attention, and I could just keep going.
And what's the keep going though? Like what is that?
I talk about like say the kind of ass I like.
What's that?
Say the kind of ass I like.
And what kind of ass you like? You like depth or width?
Depth.
Yeah? Okay, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Again, it's all about molasses. The more you can drag it out like molasses, meaning when I tell a girl that I like depth to her ass, it's maybe a 15 to 20 minute conversation. I'm like explaining geometry that I don't even understand. I'm telling her but the circumference, but you know it is what month is it? August or September? No, it's almost September. So it kind of depends how you stand in relation to the earth. So you know what, you got to stand over there for me to actually do the geometry that goes into the calculation of the trig what?
Trigonometry.
There you go, of the trigonometry, right? But then of the physics. But then there's some chemistry involved. But then, right, I'm being retarded on purpose to explain it so the girl laughs at a few different points. But then to fully draw out why I think her ass is amazing. You understand? If you're just like, oh yeah, your butt's great because it's round. It does nothing. You understand? But if you're like, hey, your butt's great if only it was rounder, especially if she has a very round butt. Okay, what's going to happen there?
She'll qualify herself.
Exactly. So why is that good, even if you're friend zoning the girl or if you're trying to fuck her?
If this is an investment.
This is an investment, exactly. Right? You want to do things that you could fuck the girl or be her best friend at the exact same time. And then at the end of the night, you're hedging your bet, right? Oh, you hedge. Right? You know about hedges, right? Yeah. Hedge fund. Yeah. New York. Well, right. What happens there? At the end of the night, you hedge all your bets with all these girls because you're friend zoning all of them, but you're still being sexual. So you can just pluck any one of them to fuck. You guys understand that? So tonight you go out with 5 to 10 girls. How should you act? Physically, how should you act?
You just act
Louder.
act like you're like your best friend. It's like
Act like they're your best friend that you've been fucking for months and you're not really sure if you want to fuck them anymore. Act like that to every girl and you'll do pretty well. Even if you have no shot with a girl. That's a really good mindset to be in. Does that make sense? Anybody confused by that or want clarification?
Can you give an example of how it would look like?
Yeah, so no hand holding, you mean like very literal examples?
Yeah.
Okay, no hand holding, but arm in arm with every girl. Why do you think that is?
That could be a friend. That could be walking them around. Like her brother could do that too.
Exactly. You ever see the meme where it says, every girl wants the guy that's gonna, you guys know what it is? Hold the door open for her and then smack her ass as she walks through. Have you guys seen that meme? It's a great meme. It's super popular. Girls post it all the time. Every girl wants a guy who's gonna hold the door open for her, but then smack her ass as she walks through. Like, what does that imply? Okay, the fact that we're not rattling off answers means that we're all in this room for a good reason, because this is like one of the best memes in the world. Come on.
Well, it shows that you care about it, but you don't take it seriously?
It shows that you're polite, but you're also badass at the same time, right? Every female friend of mine, I've touched her ass within minutes of meeting her. Do you understand that? Like, that's the problem these guys have, is they think that friend zoning the girl means that like it's non-sexual. I'm more sexual with my female friends than most guys who go direct are. The thing is this, as guys, we put these labels on girls where it's like, well, if she friend zones me, there's certain things that are acceptable and not acceptable. If I work with her, there's certain things that are acceptable and not acceptable, right? If you want to get really good at this, you just mesh and merge it all together. You understand? Like, for example, every time I date a girl, I immediately ask, like literally within minutes of fucking her for the first time, so which one of your friends are we gonna fuck? Right? Because I'm merging the whole thing. I'm trying to stir the pot, right? So when I finger bang a girl, it's like a very friendly, ha ha ha, that's kind of funny. Like, I've finger banged almost every one of my female friends, right? I'm the guy that doesn't count. I want to be the, why can a guy who's like as out of shape as me fuck a girl, like fuck girls who are way hotter? Why can looks not matter? Because I'm the guy that doesn't count. I'm the teddy bear with a dildo. You understand that? Right? If you're the guy who, like, you count too much, right? If you're the guy who counts, that's your instant way to fuck almost zero girls. Do you understand that? Right? That's why sexual escalation is kind of silly. If you count with very little girls, right? Meaning the guy that doesn't count. Have you guys heard this concept before? Be the guy that doesn't count? Right? At least some of you, raise your hand if you've heard of it. At least some of you have heard it, right? Cool. Cool. That's good. It's like half and half, right? What's that?
Can you explain what that means?
Totally. Anybody have a good explanation though? What do you think it means? Be the guy that doesn't count.
It's like, I watched an old like video one time. It was like, be the lover, not the provider, kind of thing. Like, don't, like, she shouldn't expect you to like spoil her or do anything like that. You're just like a guy that she's gonna like get sex with.
There you go. Let's make it super simple, right? The guy that doesn't count is the gay guy that she fucks and doesn't include him in her lay count. The fuck boy, right? The fuck boy. Everyone thinks the fuck boy doesn't get laid. I heard a 3-hour debate yesterday about how, like, it's called fuckboy funeral. They want to do a whole talk. Lindsay want to do a whole talk about fuckboy funeral. And they were like, yeah, the fuckboy doesn't get laid. The fuckboy doesn't get laid. And Dan and me the whole time are like, the fuckboy is called fuckboy because he fucked you. What? Like, the fuckboy is the guy who fucks the girls and everyone else is embarrassed that he fucks the girls. He's literally the guy that doesn't count. Okay? You want to fuck a lot of girls, you are the gay best friend who's not gay. You guys understand that? If you are the gay best friend who's not gay. Meaning, you fuck a girl. Here's the thing. If you're so serious and you have this deep eye contact and all this fucking presence, it's fucking weird. You ever like creep a girl out with all this presence? Raise your hand if you've done too much presence and you can see she kind of like looks at you and kind of walks away. We should all raise our hands, right? No? I mean, you have good presence. You never creeped a girl out with your presence?
I might not have noticed it.
Yeah, because you didn't notice it because your presence is really good. It's just so intense that eventually, like, dude, think about this, right? A girl, you want to be playful. You want to be light. You want to be accidental. On the open should be accidental. The rest of your game should be on purpose. You guys understand that? Like, you should accidentally open a girl because it's like, oh, hey, you're here. Oh, you got boobs. That's funny. Hey, you got amazing fucking eyes. Your eyes are fucking huge. She, ha ha ha, you're not talking about my eyes? I am. I'm talking about your fucking pupils. They're fucking thick. Your pupils are huge. I love it. Ha ha ha, oh my God. Da, 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 da. Right? You're playful. And the rest is on purpose. You guys understand? Okay? You should game your female friends the exact same way you game girls that you want to fuck. You just don't actually penetrate the girls that are your female friends. You friends with them first, and you're never at a risk of being in the friend zone. Any questions about that? Okay, like you got the meetup groups, right?
Yeah.
How many girls you meet every week or month? Like what 50, 100 or something?
I mean, I've met a few dozen.
A few dozen?
Yeah.
Like each month or what?
Well, it's a lot of regulars.
So I got you. Okay, yeah. So with you, right? You want to tell every single girl what? I'm not interested in you. Okay? Literally, you want to have good success and you want to beat everybody else out, do the opposite of a direct game. Tell every girl why it's not going to work out. I don't like you. What's going to happen? And this is super simple, right? What's going to happen when you tell them it's not going to work out?
He's going to want to prove that it will.
Oh, what do you mean? Right? Literally, she's just going to get sexual. Okay? And then what do? You flirt sexually with her back, but you don't do what he said. Remember what he said a little bit ago, maybe 30 minutes ago? What's that?
Find the one.
Yeah, you don't single one out. You flirt with the whole group as if they're one. Okay? And then discreetly, you whisper super dirty, horrible, heinous shit into the one girl's ear that you want to fuck. And then laugh it off, and then address the whole group. So what's something super heinous that you could whisper into the girl's ear that you do want to fuck? Larry, what's an example? I see your fucking tampon string. I'm Moses. Guess what that means? I'm going to part the Red Sea. I don't even know if Moses parted the Red Sea. I'm not religious. I don't know what the fuck that means. Right? I'm going to get my red wings. Right? What's something not as fucking dirty and creepy as period blood? Give me something else. Hey, I don't want anyone to know, but your pussy's hanging out of your skirt. I don't want to tell anyone. What? I'm just fucking with you. What? You have a neat pussy. It's not hanging out. Dude, that's like I fucked so many girls off that line. Your pussy's hanging out of your skirt. What? Would it be flopping, or how would it be hanging out of your skirt? And then the girl's like, have I told you guys that before? Have you guys used that? No? Your pussy's hanging out of your skirt? That's how I get paid the big bucks. Your pussy's hanging out of your skirt. What? I'm fucking with you. How big do you think your fucking labia is? Oh, ha ha ha, very funny. Okay, what else could you say? Give me something. I'll just keep going. It's going to get fucking more heinous as we go. You smirked, you dirty fuck. Say one. Louder.
I tried this last one.
Then say it. Who cares? Say it.
Like, you like smell so good, I want to take you to the bathroom right now.
That's not even dirty enough. You smell like you just got fucked. What? What'd you say? What? What'd you just say? I said you smell really nice. Is that YSL? YSL belt buckle. Right? That's so much better than any like eye contact that you could do. Right? It's called misdirection, right? So you ask the girl, all right? What did I say? You asked the girl what? I just said it.
How it smells. Like you smell like you just got fucked.
Yeah, but you can't say it like that. Right? Give it to me. What do I smell like?
You smell like you just got fucked.
Do I? Give it to me better.
You smell like you just got fucked.
Yeah, too. Wait. You're too cool, right? So she's talking, blah, blah, blah. I like fucking bullshit. Wait. And she's going to go, what? You know, what? And then you go, you smell like you just got fucked. And then she's going to go, what? Yeah, in the bathroom. And she's going, what? And then she's going to go, what'd you say? I said, you smell like you have YSL on. It's very nice. And she's going to go, what'd you say? I said, did you steal a sample or did you get the whole YSL? You know, what'd you do? You can say anything super fucking sexual if you pretend like you didn't say it and misdirect. You understand? Okay, any questions about that so far? No? Okay, cool. Sweet. If you do this on your female friends, they will think you are the funniest guy in the fucking world. You understand? Okay? So step number one that we've belabored is be as sexual and crazy as possible to the girls that you don't want to fuck and tell them that you don't want to fuck them. Okay? Do you think that's going to make them want to fuck you or not want to fuck you? Larry, what do you think?
Want to fuck you.
Of course. It's great. Dude, the ugliest troll in the world can be like, I don't want to fuck you. And then the girl's going to be like, wait, why? And he's going to be like, because I can't. And she's going to be like, but why? Let me help you get it up. Right? It's super basic psychology. Whereas if you're super direct and aggressive, okay, what's the girl going to do? Put her guard up. It's not to say it's not going to work, but now her guard's up. Now you have to beat against this guard. When I'm gaming, my whole goal is to lower her guard, lower her inhibitions. Right? Okay? Cool. So the next thing besides everything we just said, what do you think the next step is when you're hanging out with girls and you're going to make them your friends and then you're trying to succeed with women? You bring the group back, you fuck one of them in front of the rest. Why is that so? I mean, who here thinks that just sounds crazy? Like, just super honest. It sounds weird. Cool. That's fair, right? Do you know why that's not crazy? Because they've done it at least once. Right? Every girl that's going to fuck you tonight has fucked in front of her best friend at least once. So that seal's been broken. It's not like now her inhibitions are pulled back and she's not going to do it now. It's just up to you to pull that out of her. Do you understand? Every girl has fucked in a hotel. 9 out of 10 girls have fucked in a hotel room with their best friend in the other bed, and their friend was not fucking the other guy. And then she got pile drived into the bed by some dude because she had one too many tequilas. Right? Do you understand? But if you are trying to isolate, you're not going to be that guy that's pile driving her. Do you understand? Dude, if I told myself, hey, I have to isolate every girl, my leg count would be cut in half. You guys understand that? It's so funny to me when I hear guys be like, oh yeah, you got to isolate her. You got to, what's the other retarded, stupid shit? Bounce the girl around the club or something? What is that? What the fuck? What's that going to do? What is that going to do? That's going to tire me out. I'm going to be exhausted. What does bouncing the girl around the club do? Like, what's the actual traditional advice? Again, you understand, that was made by guys who don't get laid to teach other guys who don't get laid to get a little bit more success, but not actually get laid. Because they feel like they're bouncing the girl around the club, so then what does that seem like? It's manufactured success. You understand that? Like, you never need to bounce a girl ever around the club, period. I never need to bounce a girl around. I never bounce a girl around the club. Ever. Period. I never am like, oh, I got to bounce her around and try to get her in multiple locations. Right? Why do you think that is? Because guys are in search of compliance, right? Yeah. But it's not real investment or skin in the game. It's just kind of compliance. So if you justify all these bounces, it seems like investment, but it usually isn't. Right? Okay. Investment instead is her telling you something about herself she hasn't told anybody else. Investment instead is her telling you something while her friends walk away, and then you just stay with her. Right? Now that's not to be said, if you're doing nothing right now and you bounce the girls around the nightclub, that's better than doing nothing. Right? But I want you guys to get used to gaming the girls as one large group. Okay? The more you can game the girls as one large group, the more you can take girls out. Dude, if I ever go out to a nightclub by myself, I'm looking to be a degenerate. Like, I'm not going to I'm looking to just like rage through any bar or nightclub I'm in and just tear it up. But if I'm actually looking to fuck a hot girl, I'm always going to go out with girls. And if I don't have girls to go out, what do you think I'm going to do? People collect. And then what? The house always wins. You guys have heard of this, right? What does that mean? Lotto, what?
That you can't beat the house.
Yeah. So you stack the deck in your favor, right? What does that mean? It means you cheat. Like, let's cheat the game here, right? Let's cheat. How do you cheat the game of pickup? What do you do?
Like you said yesterday, have women around you.
Okay, so that's step one. And then what's step two? Have women around you. If you don't have women around you, you're just fucking up. Because you could go out tonight, and let's say you don't. Here's the cool thing. You could cheat this entire system. These two guys are probably going to have between 5 and 10 girls, right? But you want to beat them, what could you do? How many girls do you think you see between the cab or the South Park, between there and the entrance to Surrender? 80? Huh? What's that?
I'd say more than 10.
Yeah, like 80, 70, 100? I mean, a lot of girls, right? You could beat this whole game and usurp everybody by just opening a bunch, getting into the nightclub, and now being in a base set with 10, 15, 20 girls. Take a picture, send it to Telegram, you win. Right? So what is the key now? After you have a bunch of girls around you, then what do you do? Befriend, but that's very vague, right? It's very easy. I could sit up here all day and just be like, hey, befriend girls. But like that's not very valuable. That's random pickup speak, but that's not going to help you. Right? You do the opposite of what this guy was saying. You don't single one out. You break rapport and flirt with all of them as if they're what? One girl. Once you master that, dude, so much will come into your life. It's crazy. Once you realize that, like, oh, you see a two-set at your local happy hour, and you can game them as if they're one girl, you'll see they just start what? Fighting.
Feeding frenzy, fighting.
Fighting for your attention. Fighting for what?
Fighting for your kids.
Yeah, your empty kids, right? Put my kids all on your couch, right? They'll start fighting for your attention. It's crazy. But if all of a sudden you target one girl and you start flirting with her, what's going to happen?
Try to like pull her away.
She's got a boyfriend. She's da-da-da-da. She's blah, blah, blah. Like the other girls used to be very judgmental. You understand? Okay, so go to the nightclub with a bunch of girls. I think what a lot of guys struggle with is that they feel like they need a much stronger bond with these girls when they go to a nightclub with girls. I regularly go to nightclubs with girls. I don't know their fucking names. I don't give a shit. Right? Why do I not care what their names are or who they are?
Because they don't care either.
Because they're warm holes that are next to me. Who gives a what? They're standing next to me. I'm literally going to use them to get what?
More warm holes.
Better warm holes that I can put my fucking warm shit into. Right? And guess what? These warm holes are going to be excited that it's going to happen. Here's the thing. Girls love to get you laid. Whereas guys, when we first get into the game, we're like, well, they're not fucking me, so they don't want to help me get laid. Okay? Women have gotten me laid more than any pickup coach I've ever met in my life. Right? You guys understand that? Your best female wing will get you laid more than I will ever get you laid. My job is just help you get that girl in your life. Okay? Even if she's not that hot, even if she doesn't really care that much, it's one of their funnest hobbies that they can do. You create the U Army, right? You create the Larry Army, for example, right? Get two girls that are like, oh my God, feel his bald head, to every girl you meet, or every girl that they meet. And they're going to go, oh, ha, ha, okay. And then you touch your head, and you're like, ha, not that one. Oh my God, you're so dirty, you're so bad. Ha, ha, I know, right? But you have the two girls by your side, so you can say you have a girl by your side, you can say any fucked up shit you possibly want. If the girl's not by your side, it's like Dateline, To Catch a Predator. It's crazy. You have two girls by your side that like kind of think you're funny. You could say any fucked up, horrible aristocrat joke you could possibly say. Right? But you don't have those two girls, try to say the same shit, and people are going to look at you like you're a fucking weirdo. Right? Okay? So what does that mean? You treat them all as if they're one girl. Okay? And the reason I'm belaboring this is it's so hard. Because what happens when a girl gives you a little bit of interest or she laughs at one of your jokes? Dude, you get so hooked on it. I do the same thing. I'm like, oh wait, buying temperature? All right. You down? All right, I'm going to go to you. But what happens there? What's the problem with that? It's fake. It's a facade, right? The first buying temperature spike is usually not very accurate. That's why you call buyer's remorse, right? So instead, you game the whole group as one group. Here's the thing. There's no negative of gaming the group as if they're one, right? You're never going to like lose out on the girl that you would have gotten anyway. So just do this to get your catch-all and make your catch-all keep progressing, and then you're going to get the girl each night. You understand? Like for you, the Brazilian girl was hotter than her friend, right?
Yeah.
But the best thing you could do is what? Most PUAs would say, you game the less attractive one and ignore the hot one, right? It's a bit of a trick question, but I'll do like a 3.5-hour seminar at a free tour, and I'll be like, so what do you do then? And they're like, you talk to the ugly one. Were you listening for 3.5 hours? I didn't drink these 3 kombuchas for nothing, right? You game them as one girl, okay? Because guess what you can always do? You can always convey your interest. You can always be aggressive at any point. If you're going to go direct, at least go direct on all of them, right? So instead of singling one girl out and showing her all that presence and all that pickup horse shit, at least show all the pickup horse shit to the group. Like, holy fuck, right? Do this. Any of you guys ever bite your hand? It's such a money move. Look at the girls and go, fuck, Jesus Christ. And then they're going to say what? What? And go, oh, fuck. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna giggle and laugh their fucking asses off. I don't know what this means, but you bite your fist, every girl laughs. You look at the girls and go, fuck. Oh. They all just laugh. And then and then once they laugh and once they stop, then you know what you do? You breathe on your hand and go like this to their shoulder. It's even funnier. I don't know why, but it's funny. They'll all love it, right? Because you're qualifying the fuck out of their beauty, out of their attractiveness. You understand? You have to make them work for it. Whereas if you're just super direct and have all this presence in the one girl, there's no working for it. She just knows that the gig is up. You understand? So once you put all that investment in one girl, it's pure volume, it's pure numbers game. You understand? Yeah? Cool. So now how do you close? How do you actually close these girls in this situation? It's a bit of a trick question. What do you guys think? Somebody.
Whatever girl you want, try to put like her in like a group.
Okay.
Like another area.
So he said try to pull her in the group back to their area. What did you say? Yeah, you do this right, you will fuck a peripheral girl that you've never met before so easily. Right? You go to a surrender and you have the 5 to 10 girls. The goal is not to fuck that girl. The goal is to fuck a girl that sees you with those girls and to make sure that you can fuck those girls within the next 2 to 4 weeks. If you want to sit at home and play Wii or some shit, right? I don't play video games, so I don't know. Do people still play Wii? Right? You watch Netflix, I think Narcos season 2 is coming out, right? The goal is so you can fuck all those girls you befriended, okay, while you're sitting at home watching Narcos, not going to a nightclub. But then tonight, you fuck the peripheral girls who are watching you be the HNIC.
It's an amazing strategy.
It's amazing. I don't understand why people don't do this. Like, this is the only strategy. You will run circles around guys who are like, go direct, have presence. Fuck that gay shit. Presence? What? What does that even mean? Anytime you hear a vague concept, do you know what that means? It doesn't work. If something's vague, it just doesn't work. It's verbose, it's ubiquitous, it doesn't work. You understand that? Even something that's specific, sometimes it doesn't work, right? But if it's vague, it 100% doesn't work. Hey, go out there and give her what? What's the E word? Give her good?
Energy.
Energy. What does that mean?
That's pretty vague.
What does it mean?
Value, fun.
You're okay. I'm so glad you answered it like that, right? Because I worked with you fucking knucklehead in Seattle, right? So he answered a vague word with 2 words that were maybe even more vague. Value and fun. What the fuck does that mean? Right? What does that mean? Right? What does that mean? I'm actually not trying to be a dick. What does it mean?
Just like you're saying, break rapport, being sexual, stuff like that.
It's a little bit better. But even still, why is it so hard to get the actual thing to do out of them? Be more specific, right? What?
What do you mean? I don't know how specific you're looking for. I don't get it.
I mean, that's the whole point why this is kind of funny, right? And we started with energy, and now we've trailed off to where it's fun, flirting, and we still haven't actually gotten to anything that you should actually do, right? But guys will say, hey, have a lot of good energy, or I hear guys all the time, oh, your energy wasn't enough, or it was too much energy. That means nothing. It doesn't mean anything, because eventually you just kind of go down this path of like, well, I didn't flirt enough, or I didn't do this thing enough, but there's no actual tangible shit to do. You understand? Right? So what's something that you could actually do based on that? I gave you a load of examples so far in the past like hour and a half. There you go. Yeah, I mean, he stole it, but that works. Bite your fist. Randomly. Girl says anything, you just bite your fist and look at her sexually, that's going to work really well. That's conveying good energy, flirting, etc. You see where I'm going with this, Larry? Whereas if I tell you, hey, have good energy and presence with that girl right there, you're going to go up to her and be like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck does that horse shit mean? It means nothing. Whereas if I say, hey, walk up to that girl and bite your fist, you're going to go up to her and be like,
What you're trying to say is to do concrete things. Like, for example, women around you is concrete. You can be seen. It can be like, it's like facts, right?
it is, but do that with every girl in the group.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
And be willing to fuck any girl in the group, and you're going to fuck the girl that you want to have sex with. You understand? Okay. If you're not fucking the quality of girls that are your dream girl, then you should have no standards anyway. That's a separate topic I don't really want to dive into, but if you're not where this guy is, you shouldn't be having any standards. Get to where he is at, and then we can talk about standards. Okay? I want to go back to the energy thing though, okay? What are some other ways that you can have good energy, flirt, and all the words, all the vague words that Larry said? They're all very good words, but what are more tangible things you could do?
Break rapport in the whole group.
So give me an example.
Like you could ask them like one by one to show the dance moves.
There you go. What else? More sexual, super like Rob Elfincock type shit. What's something super sexual you could do? Instead of just having good energy, ask the group who had sex yet this trip. But if you go, haha, who had sex yet this trip? It's not going to work. Instead, you go, oh, nice to meet you guys. So which one of you guys got fucked yet? Or which one of you guys got laid so far on this trip? No, it's you. No, you. What's going to happen? They're all going to giggle and laugh and say, oh, either you're right or wrong, but either way, it's going to be funny and work in your favor. You understand? Right? But the whole point is you're gaming the group as if they're one. Right? Give me the one that you were mentioning.
Yeah, I was gonna say like have them compare asses.
That's like straight out of my playbook. That one's that's amazing. But I'm kind of an ass guy, so it's having them compare asses, that just motivates the fuck out of me. Because they will just motivate, they will just compare the shit out of their asses. Right? Depth, width, again, geometry, trigonometry, physics, right? You make up all this stupid shit and they're gonna go, yeah, okay, I pop it like this. Yeah, but can you put a drink on it? Yeah, I can. And then you get everybody else involved in it. They're gonna put a drink on it. You take this straw, drink out of the ass. She's gonna like twerk like this. All right, but are you twerking for a Birkin? Oh my, like one girl will know what a Birkin actually is. It's a diamond encrusted, anybody know what a Birkin is? It's a Hermes Birkin handbag. It's like a $40,000 purse. So one girl will be like, yeah, I want a Birkin. Just because I know what that means, she starts twerking as if I'm able to give her one. How stupid is that? You understand? I don't have the money for a Birkin handbag, but I know the phrase. So she goes, I want a Birkin, and then she starts twerking as if I can give her a Birkin handbag. Ha ha, she's twerking for a Birkin. And then she's all twerking. All the other girls are like, ha ha, what does that mean? What does that mean? What's going on with your friend over here? What's wrong with her? Right? You play them against each other. Okay? You play them against each other, and they're all going to vie for your attention. You understand the difference here where you target one girl and you either succeed or fail. Whereas if you play them all against each other, what's going to happen with your attraction with the whole group? Larry, what do you think? It'll go up. You know how far up?
All the way up.
All the way up. Right? It will go all the way up. Okay? That's how you fuck girls that are hotter than you. You understand? You will never fuck girls that are hotter than you by just going up to random girls, sniper approaching them and trying to fuck that one girl. You'll always get girls who are just kind of your type. Not your type, but your level of attractiveness. Does that make sense? I will intentionally, a girl touches me, I will intentionally be like, oh, you're actually really friendly. Girl touches me, wow, you have a really nice personality. I'm going to reward her for touching me, but I'm going to make it very clear that this is my Jesus space. You got to leave some room for the Holy Spirit. I'm not religious. I'm just saying, right? Get it? Okay. It's okay to laugh. That line is really good. Okay? It's really, really good. The girl touches you and you say, oh, wow, you're actually really nice. But make sure you leave some room for the Holy Spirit. Almost every girl will go, ha, 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 and start touching you. You get it? Anybody not get it? Okay, cool. All right, how do you pull from this group? So you've gamed the whole group, right? You've been sexual. They're all friends of yours. How do you put now? I've already talked to you about how to pull girls that are peripheral girls, right? How do you not pull from this group? You get them to be sexual with each other. Now again, I'm going to tell you the kind of the easy way to do it and the way I do it. The way I do it is just because I'm trying to stir the pot and I'm kind of a deviant degenerate, right? So third-party sexual escalation is better than you sexually escalating on the girl individually. Yeah, there's no risk, there's no downside, it's only upside, right? Even girls that I'm just trying to fuck on like a same night lay basis, I'm not trying to have a threesome, I'm still going to try to get them to kiss each other. Within minutes, I'm asking every single girl, ha, when's the last time you guys kissed each other? They're going to go, what'd you say? I said, do you know where the bathroom is? Like every time you say something super sexual that's out of place, just misdirect the entire thing. It's super funny all of the time, right? The best part is there's no risk, because oftentimes they're going to go, oh, last Wednesday, and you won't have to go with the misdirection. You'll just literally drive through it. You guys get it? Okay? The best part is they all have, right? They've all fucked each other. They've all, you meet two girls in a club in Vegas, there's like a, what, an 80%, I mean, I'm so cynical, maybe a 90% chance they fucked each other, right? You get them talking about them fucking each other, do you think that improves or decreases your chances of fucking them? Dramatically, okay? If they divulge their craziest sexual horny situation they've ever done, they're going to fuck you, period. All right? You don't have to solve logistics, you don't have to build attraction, you just get them to divulge that, and now all of a sudden, you're going to win.